I'm Ava, 33, and last month, I returned from a 2-week business trip to find 94 strangers in my home. Laughing, eating, and partying like they owned the place. My mom and brother had thrown a family reunion in my inherited house, without even telling me. I stood there in disbelief as people I barely recognized spilled drinks on my rugs and called my bedroom the coat room. That's when I made the coldest decision of my life. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just smiled. And quietly listed the house for sale. For $3.4 million. Revenge? Served ice cold. Before I tell you how I made them all regret it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more true stories with a satisfying twist. My father died 5 years ago. His last gift to me was the house, our family home, a beautiful old Victorian in the Bay Area worth $3.4 million. He left it only to me, not to my mother or brother, because he knew exactly what kind of people they were. Mom, despite being married to Dad for 35 years, always resented the fact that he favored me. My older brother, Caleb, had always been the golden child in her eyes. I was the quiet one, the studious one, the one who stayed out of trouble and, ironically, the one who paid all the bills. After Dad passed, I kept the house running. I paid the taxes, fixed the plumbing, refinished the roof, and kept every photo in place. It wasn't just a building, it was my sanctuary, my memory bank, my shield against the emotional chaos my family often brought. I travel often for work, high-end interior design. This time, it was a luxury hotel project in Italy. I left for 16 days and told my mom I'd be away. She even waved goodbye from the front porch like everything was fine. So imagine my shock when I returned and couldn't even park in my own driveway. The entire block was lined with cars, some double-parked, some on neighbors' lawns. I dragged my suitcase down the street, heels clicking against pavement, and walked up to my house. Laughter spilled out from open windows. Kids ran around the porch. Someone had set up a bounce house in the backyard. I stepped inside. And froze. There were over 90 people in the house. Cousins I hadn't seen in 10 years. My aunt I actively avoided. Even my mom's old hairdresser from 1998. I was invisible. No one greeted me. No one asked why I was there. They just kept drinking wine, eating barbecue, and using my house like it was a public park. I found Mom in the dining room, my dining room, laughing with a group of women I barely knew. I tapped her shoulder. Mom. What is going on here? Oh, honey. Surprise. We decided to throw a little get-together. A family reunion. Isn't it fun? In my house? Well, it's kind of everyone's house, isn't it? We all grew up here. That was the moment. That one sentence lit the fuse. I didn't yell. I didn't call the police. I didn't even argue. I just turned around, walked to my office, and sat down at my laptop. Within an hour, I had emailed my realtor. Within a day, we had the property listed, quietly, discreetly, under a corporate shell. Within 5 days, I had 3 serious offers. The party finally ended. The house was trashed. Empty cans in the kitchen, beer spilled on the hardwood, a cigarette burn on my grandmother's antique couch. Mom dropped by the next morning. You seemed a little cold yesterday. Don't be mad. It was just one party. Oh, I'm not mad, I replied. Just making a few decisions. Then I handed her an envelope, notice of sale. She read it. Her mouth dropped open. You're... What? You can't sell the house. Where will I host Christmas? That's not my concern anymore. I'm selling it. The new owners move in next month. She screamed. She called me names. She tried guilt. Then came Caleb. You can't be serious, he said. You're overreacting. You're punishing the entire family. No, I said calmly. I'm just protecting myself. This isn't your home. It never was. And now, it never will be. The house sold for $3.4 million. I bought a smaller, modern place in a quiet neighborhood with smart locks and zero drama. I framed a photo of my dad and put it on the new mantle. I haven't spoken to my mom in 3 months. Caleb tried texting me, but I blocked his number. But I'll be honest, it didn't feel empowering right away. That first night in my new place, I sat in silence. No echo of laughter from downstairs. No familiar creak in the hallway. Just me, a box of takeout, and a cold glass of wine. I should have been celebrating, but instead, I felt empty. Not regretful, just hollow. When you've spent your whole life trying to earn the approval of people who only saw you as a convenience, walking away feels less like winning and more like shedding skin. Still, I knew I did the right thing. It just didn't mean I had all the pieces of myself put together yet. About a week after the sale closed, I received an email from my cousin Sarah, the only person in the entire extended family who ever treated me like more than a free place to crash. Ava, I heard what happened. I wish I'd known you weren't invited. If it means anything, I would have walked out if I knew. I miss you already. You did what you had to do." I cried reading that. Just a little. Her words didn't change the past, but they reminded me that some people did notice. Just not loud enough when it mattered. Then came the backlash. Apparently, Caleb had posted a long, passive-aggressive Facebook status about family betrayal and how greed overruled legacy. He didn't mention my name directly, but everyone knew. It had hundreds of comments. Some cousins unfriended me. A non even called me a disgrace in a public thread. I didn't respond. Let them talk. The same people who trashed my house and drank my wine without asking now suddenly cared about family honor? Please. They only missed the benefits of knowing me, not me. A week later, I received a letter in the mail. Handwritten. From my mom. "Dear Ava. I don't know what you're trying to prove. Your father would be ashamed of you. This house was meant to keep the family together, not tear it apart. You didn't just sell wood and brick, you sold your roots. I hope one day you realize what you've done. Until then, I don't have a daughter." I tore the letter in half and dropped it in the trash. It was the last thing I needed to fully let go. Funny how the person who disrespected my boundaries for decades now tried to guilt me about roots and legacy. She only wanted the house because it was convenient. For parties. For image. For showing off to people who never lifted a finger to help. I wasn't her maid. Or her trophy. Or her doormat. And I wasn't her daughter anymore, not in the way she defined it. My therapist, yes, I started seeing one again, helped me unpack all of that. We talked about the long years of people-pleasing. The chronic apologizing. The belief that being quiet made me lesser than my loud, demanding relatives. "You didn't burn a bridge," she told me. "You finally noticed they never built one for you to walk on." That line stuck with me for days. I started journaling again. Taking long walks. Repainting rooms in my new house. Designing it exactly the way I wanted, no compromises. I installed a reading nook by the window. Bought the green velvet couch I'd always wanted but never got because Mom said it clashed. Guess what? It looks amazing. I also began spending more time with people who chose me. My coworker Mia invited me for weekend brunch. My old college friend Tara helped me hang art. A neighbor 2 doors down even brought me lemon bread with a welcome note. So when people ask me, "Do you ever regret selling the house?" I smile and say, "No. I didn't sell the house. I sold the weight off my shoulders." And I never looked back.